Rhode Island was a safe haven for Baptists, Quakers, Jews, and other religious minorities, but the most dominant religion was probably Baptists and Quakers, who are open and respectful to other religions. Both men and women had several job opportunities in Rhode Island. In colonial Rhode Island, some of the most common roles and occupations for men were planting, fishing, shipbuilding, exporting rum, whaling, printing, and lumbering. Some roles and occupations that women did were planting, cleaning, cloth weaving, cooking, milking cows, and taking care of their family and homes. In colonial Rhode Island, even the children had jobs, such as helping with chores, taking care of livestock, planting, or fishing. Rhode Island embraced the idea of freedom of religion. In colonial charter, you could be any religion you wanted in Rhode Island, just as long as you did not endanger the country. Rhode Island was founded as a religious haven for people in England or America who felt discriminated against because of their religious beliefs. In the colonial charter, a tendency towards favoring Christianity is noticeable. However, all religions are welcome to settle in Rhode Island.
Rhode Island was the most productive colony in the United States. Some jobs were fishermen, textile men, lumber workers, shipbuilders, and farmers. Fish, whale products, shipbuilding, timber products, fur, maple syrup, copper, livestock products, rum, beer, wine, and horses were many common materials. Rhode Island would trade. Their economy focused more on industries like shipbuilding. Whale oil was a valuable resource. Farming was difficult since there were no fertile soil, but they could farm stuff like pumpkins, corn, rye, squash, and beans. Rhode Island was a major trade center. They were famous for the ability to send raw materials to their mother country and turn them into finished goods. Much wealth came from exporting slaves to Africa. Rhode Island has an amazing and productive economic system.
Rhode Island was a colony in the United States. Government there was very good. King Charles II was in power during the 1600s. Colonists practiced self-government, which means everyone had a say in the government. The colony also had a separation of church and state. This means that the government does not have a say in the religion of the settlers. Rhode Island also had town meetings. This was something they did where a group of people came together to discuss laws or policy for the government. Also, an assembly was elected by citizens of Rhode Island and represented them. Lastly, Rhode Island had a governor's council. The governor's council was composed of influential men who supported the governor and had administrative powers.
Rhode Island is a very humid state, with warm summers and cold winters. The coastal and southern portions of the state are transition areas into subtropical climates, with hot summers and cool winters, with a mix of rain and snow. In Rhode Island, it was very mountainous, with many rivers and trees, but the only downside was the non-fertile soil. This made farming difficult and confusing for the English farmers, so they didn't even try to farm. In 1635, the colonist Roger Williams was banished from Massachusetts for his religious teachings, and in 1636 he settled in the area of colonial Rhode Island, naming the area Providence Plantations. Roger bought the land from Indians and founded the first permanent white settlement. His firm belief in religious freedom, tolerance, and separation between church and state governed the colony of Rhode Island and inspired the future founders of the United States.